Blue Suede Shoes, Great Balls of Fire, Folsom Prison Blues. These are songs you know, even if you weren't alive when they were released. I mean, you just know these songs.
Yeah.
Some songs and some artists just transcend time.
Like Elvis, Johnny
Elvis,
Cash,
yeah.
Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis. The musical $1 Million Quartet is based on one legendary night that brought those four rock and roll icons together.
An incredible night. That's right. With us this morning, two of the stars, Lee Ferris, who portrays Carl Perkins, and then John Countryman portrays Jerry Lee Lewis.
Nice to see you. Thank you for being here.
I saw this show last night, and it was so enlightening on so many levels. First of all, I didn't really realize the events surrounding this recording session back in, what, 1956?
Yep.
Yeah, describe this show and what it's based on.
Okay, so it's a recording session that initially started off as a Carl Perkins session. They're working on some songs for him, and they bring Jerry Lee in. He's young, he doesn't have any hits yet, but he's come in to kind of do some backup work. And then as the night progresses, you get Elvis and Johnny Cash kind of stumble into the studio, and then you end up having kind of the Mount Rushmore of early rock and roll just all in the studio in one day. And of course, the story just kind of takes some time to tell everybody a little bit about each of the people on the show and play some of the golden oldie hits everybody loves. So
based on the true story of this actual
session,
an
actual event. Yeah, it's pretty wild that all those people are in the room.
The first and the only time these four guys got together.
That's true.
Right. Yeah, they were at Sun Records in Memphis with Sam Phillips, who kind of acts as the narrator to tell, talk straight to the audience about, the history of how he got each guy to come to the record company and how their careers progressed for the company and became stars.
Yeah. How was the audience last night?
It was great. Fantastic.
Is each show different in that way based on what you're getting from the audience? Is there enough of an exchange there to say
Absolutely. I mean, it's because we're playing, what's different about this show than many other shows is that we are all playing every note that the audience...
I never heard any recorded music.
Yeah.
No.
Guitars,
no, everything you heard is us.
Yeah.
John's playing all the piano. We have a drummer and bass player on stage who are the session musicians for the night of the recording session, and the rest of us are playing everything else. Elvis and Johnny play their acoustics, I play electric, and so that the audience reacts like that.
The sound was incredible last night. So what are your backgrounds in?
Yeah, to where you can sing and play and perform.
I just love the music. I've been kind of a musician for I started playing about 10 years ago, and then about 5-6 years ago I moved to Maryland from North Carolina to play in a band, and then that kind of through a rabbit trail got me involved in the show. I knew somebody that we played with that was involved, and that got me an audition. But I'm more from the musical, just playing the piano kind of side.
And you, Lee?
Yeah, I've done a lot of musical theater in the past as well, but I started mostly as a musician, as a guitar player, and the idea of blending the two seemed really appealing. And I auditioned out in Los Angeles, where I'm from, and it's just been a really fun.
Carl Perkins and Jerry Lee Lewis, I noticed they didn't get along right away.
Right.
Because there's this, they're battling, there's some egos involved here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, like John was saying, it's a Carl Perkins session that Sam Phillips, the record owner, the label owner has brought in Jerry Lee Lewis kind of without my knowledge to just sit in and kind of revamp my sound. And so there's tension immediately on that level. But it's sort of, it's an arc of how we learn about Carl in general has a lot of tension in the show because of the song Blue Suede Shoes being taken by Elvis and made very famous. And if there is drama, that's it.
That's the drama.
Do you feel a sense of responsibility? Is it strictly an honor to play these icons? How do you feel about it from that standpoint?
Well, for me, I was able to see Jerry Lee about 2006 for a birthday present. That's the only time I was actually able to see him live. And so, of course, I'm going to do a little bit of a different show than the 2006 Jerry Lee. I'm trying to do the 1956 Jerry Lee. Yeah, but what's an honor for me in the sense is that I get to, for a lot of people that have seen him in the past, I get a lot of people that come up that have seen him perform before, or people that had never got the chance, or younger people that have never even seen or heard of. I get to be that ambassador for this kind of music to show them. So it's a great honor.
How would you describe Jerry Lee Lewis in his younger days when you portrayed him? He was kind of arrogant, very confident, and kind of nutty.
Yeah, a little nutty. Yeah, I mean he's very sure of himself, and he is coming from a long ways away. And this is especially at this point in his career, he's just brand new to the studio. He's coming from a long ways away, but he's very sure of himself that he wants to be the next big thing. So
he's telling Elvis, he's telling.
You want to hear what a real hit
Johnny
sounds
Cash,
like?
He's telling those guys they're nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't have any problem letting everybody know that he thinks he's the greatest. Which is, I mean, it's kind of fun to play somebody like that gets to kind of just let
Yeah, I
everybody
think
know what he
that's-
thinks. I mean,
that's
I
the
wear it
most
on my
fun part.
sleeve. Yeah.
So what will you do in Omaha outside of these performances at the Orpheum during the day? Do you
Sleep.
go around? Right.
I was walking down through Old Market yesterday, really enjoying that. We're staying near there
Yeah.
and just getting a sense of steak.
Yes.
We do have some of that here.
Right,
Go
well,
listen.
I
Go
heard
to
it's a
Cornelius
law.
Venison. It's a
Yeah.
legendary
Okay.
restaurant. It's
Right.
closing. Maybe you should.
I do.
take us
I
out
want to
there.
try that. I was listening to y'all talk about that. Sounds
Yeah.
really delicious.
Well, we'll
That's
let you know how to
fantastic.
get there
Yeah,
from
I would like to
downtown.
know.
And if you
There's
would
a
like
show
to get
tonight.
tickets,
Right.
Yeah.
There's a show tonight, so you guys don't eat too much at Venison today because you got to perform tonight.
Yeah. Through
Bring on the
Sunday.
spaghetti.
If you'd like to get tickets, contact the box office. The number's there on the screen. Or you can visit ticketomaha.com. There has been some confusion that the performance tonight was canceled. That's not true, guys. So if you want to go tonight, or if you already had tickets for tonight, please show up at the Orpheum. And then also through Sunday if one of those other nights fits your schedule better. Thank you both for coming in.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thanks
y'all.
guys.
Thank you so
Fantastic
much. Really nice to see
show,
you,
by the
John.
way.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
very
you so
nice.
much.
Yeah.
All right, still ahead interviews with two Olympic athletes, one who's already medaled in Sochi and another who's competing tonight.
First, we're celebrating February babies. Learn about their beautiful birthstone when we bling it on up next.